But yeah, no, it's my pleasure. That's exactly what these are designed for, helping people out. Because I think this game is fantastic, but I think that a lot of people get frustrated because they lose and they don't know why. Because there's a lot of kind of like advanced type stuff to it, and so yeah. And Mr. T. Spence, welcome to the herd. I definitely appreciate that follow. I hope you enjoy your stay. Okay, so here we go. My wife? Yes, my wife games as well. But right now, my son's kind of unofficially taken over her computer.
Unofficially? Hell no. It officially happened a while ago.
Fair enough. But yeah, my wife, ironically enough, my wife was not always a gamer. I actually converted her. I am one of those kinds of husbands. Deli treats? Nice. Not right now, though.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yes, but
Where's
nice.
I don't need a knife.
And bagel bites? So, okay, wings, big. Wow, tonight's gonna be really junk food. We're gonna be like so miserable tomorrow. Wings, deli treats, and bagel. Maybe no bagel bites. I think we could probably save them for tomorrow, probably. I'm assuming no board game. Oh yeah, no board game tonight. That's right, because everyone's out of town. Okay, yep. Cool. Okay, sorry. My wife was discussing some things. Okay, so, ooh, this monster's going to get a lot of food before stage 2. Interesting cuts. Once you realize that the monster's not here, start heading back to the middle of the map, so when you scan, you're not over here, you're over here when you scan. Could you play a game as the lizard arm lady thing? Are you talking about in Battleborn Pendles? Who's a guy, anyway. But the lizard arm lady thing, I'm not sure what you say. Nice, what kind of games does she play? Mine is only on stuff like The Sims and Zelda. My wife is really big into the Game Boy Advance and the DS version of the Mario and Luigi RPG type games. She and I were really big into Guild Wars 2. She likes to play Torchlight 2. What are some of the other games you really like? Yeah, she played Pokemon for a while. I'm trying to think. Those are the big ones. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so free stage 2. Hunter's still nowhere near the monster. Oh, the hunter. You mean Kala? Sorry, I was like, could you play the game as the lizard arm lady thing? Okay, yeah, you're talking about Kala. I might play a game with her. We'll see. Kind of talk a little about what perks are for different classes and why. That's kind of a little bit more on the advanced side. Right now, it's mostly I'm trying to focus on positioning, basic use of skills, domes, those kinds of things. Because honestly, perks are a lot more playstyle influential. Like every single Lennox shouldn't run the same 3 perks, even if somebody claims that they're their best, because that might not be your specific playstyle. And so I kind of dislike saying what perks go with what person, because they're so subjective. I love that they are not going and engaging the monster here. Absolutely great job on them. Really good job for them staying back out. So monster not coming out. Okay, so with Kraken, you do not want to be on the high ground. I see all 3 people there, and that was just a lightning strike begging to happen. And here we go. Lennox stabbing the Kraken, and look at that melt. But yeah, you don't want to be on the high ground against the Kraken. You want to be going around. So this is actually a bad dome for the Hunters. Really bad dome for the Hunters against the Kraken. This would be a decent one for Goliath, but Kraken is different. And so if you were watching my VOD earlier when you first came on, I went over good and bad domes for the monster. If this was 5 feet over, the dome would be really good for them. But right now it's not, because they don't have any good line of sight issues except for this building, which isn't really going to be enough to save somebody. So, monster is going to most likely get a strike here, but unfortunately, they're not going to do a lot of damage to it. Oh, I was just about to say, I'm like, hey, you sound like my wife. My wife played Guitar Hero first, and then I realized, like, oh, that was my wife. I know, but a cute idiot. So Trapper about to go down here. Oh, getting a little bit of heal. There is a little bit of damage. So 1.5 bars for 1 strike at stage 2. Honestly, not super terrible. That was a very horrible dome for the Hunters. I disagree. Lennox is not the worst against Kraken. Especially with Abe. Abe on your team means that your Lennox has free reign unless your Abe can't hit. But absolutely disagree 100% that Lennox is horrible against Kraken. Oh, there's an Oreo in here? Fair enough. I'm like, there's a big solid chunk in this ice cream. So Monster getting back up energy. Still a good commanding position for the Kraken. Assault lagging behind just a little bit. I'll try Lennox and cut it in. Okay, so here we go. Monster might be looking to engage. If not, it might just end up going straight to stage 3. Kraken is probably one of the only ones where I actually feel comfortable going into stage 3 beforehand. But stage 2, you're so much stronger that I would never really do it unless I needed the health. Or I needed the time or something. What is that? Is that a robot? Oh, it's a hovercraft. Yeah, it's a boat. It's a hovercraft that goes. So Monster almost ready for stage 3. 6.5 minutes in, only 1 dome, 1 strike. Very atypical game. Normally there's a few more domes than this. What is my favorite ice cream flavor? I don't know. I don't like plain vanilla, but I'm not much of a sweet tooth person. And here we go. Monster on the way to stage 3. At this point, I would... It's still 1 minute from securing the best buffs. I'd probably just go ahead and secure the relay. So Monster has the movement speed perk. What was that? You want some ice cream? Oh, what do you say? Say daddy. May I please have some ice cream? You don't want ice cream? Well, you just asked for some. You're such a weird kid. So Monster is waiting for this to spawn in. And there it is. He just barely missed it. Going after the cooldown reduction instead. Let's see where Bucket's setting up his turrets. Now remember, you do not want to be against this back wall against a Kraken. The best place to fight the Kraken is around these trees. And to an extent, probably over here would be the best area to fight him. Being up here is bad because literally he can snowball you, lightning from you, and you don't really have anywhere to go except back, and then you're up against the wall. I'd pick the weirdest ice cream flavors. I like weird ice cream flavors.
What ice cream flavor would you want?
I don't know, weird ones.
Like chocolate
That
banana?
it was a monster.
See, and this is why you don't go back here. Like this is Death Alley against the Kraken. Like against a Goliath, you can kind of get away with this, but a Kraken's just going to pin you up against the wall, and you're just going to eat, you know, eat crow for a while. I'd love to see some more stasis grenades. Like there isn't a lot of stasis grenading happening to bring down the Kraken. Now remember, Rogue Val can still heal while she's on the ground with her AoE. There's no reason to try and pick up somebody. But yeah, there's not enough stasis grenades happening. You definitely need that CC going. A little late on the shield. Like once I know I was going to hit a lightning strike, I probably would have absorbed it. 20 seconds. Now we're seeing the stasis grenades work. Not seeing very many of them. Again, like, I feel like the stasis grenades aren't being deployed very fast. So, 5 more seconds. If you're gonna get down, now is the time. Boom. Into the ship. Now he needs to survive. Again, I'm not seeing the stasis grenade. Like, there's only, like, one in a while. Definitely would love to see more stasis, especially against a Kraken. And here comes the rest of the team in. If the monster starts to run, oh, dome. This is now where, now you want a dome. I think, well, the monster's not running just yet. Focus on surviving, let buckets, turrets do all the work. Dome, 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 dome! Oh, no dome. Sad panda.
Donut. There you go. No! That's
Yeah,
no.
he needs a dome.
Woman.
Yeah, that was a really good rocket dodge. Yes, absolutely. But the big problem though is like there's not a lot of CC going on, and that's why the Kraken had free reign. I know that they can't dome, but but they would have been able to chase and dome after. So this medic is using a lot of jetpack to kind of just dodge random crap, when it should have just been only dodging the nice Lennoxing. That's unfortunate. Stay within pistol range. Stay in pistol range. Pistol. Yes. The Hunter's got this. The Kraken has to leave. The Kraken won't win. GG. Really good job for the Hunters. Solid team for the Hunters. But yeah, like the Assault probably could have soloed that because of all the pistol damage going around. Okay, so here is the final fight. 2 strikes on everybody. I don't know why the Kraken is wasting time. There's literally no reason to try and sneak. Also, there is a bucket on the team. There's really no reason for you to go after the medic. And let's see there's some more stasis. I'm not seeing there's a stasis. But yeah, the support should have been your first priority as a Kraken. Nice. GG on the Hunters. Smash him in the face. In the face. Oh, so close. GG. Really good. GG, that was really close.
We had such a hard time finding the Kraken. Like, wow.
So,
I don't know, Cow, did you look up my perks?
no, I don't. I'm not really focusing on perks, because perks doesn't really make too much of a difference in the lower skill stuff, because it's more about positioning and abilities and things like that.
Okay.
That being the case, though, with regards to Kraken, there isn't really too much to say other than the fact that, especially with a bucket on the team, you are focusing Rogue Val way too much. Rogue Val is really kind of what...
Yeah, I realized that halfway through the fight.
But otherwise, no, you were doing pretty good. You were having a lot of good focus. Your aims were really, really good. That first dome, so usually whenever a dome comes up, I usually try and take a little bit of time to look around. If you could see from where I could see, you would realize that that first dome was 100% so favored for you, because there was no really good line of sight issues that they could have used with you. But I mean, like, for the most part, you were doing a really good job as Kraken. For the hunters, the biggest thing I would say is, like, I would love to see more stasis. The monster, I felt like the monster just had too much mobility in the air, and I think that, like, if you kept on stasising the pillars, where the monster was flying around, he'd have a much harder time, and you'd have to be using a lot of traversals just to stay in the air, and that can really throw up a monster's rotation. So make sure you're always using those as much as you possibly can. You were doing a really good job as Lennox. Didn't see anything out of the ordinary. Medic, you were doing a really, really good job. I think you missed one heal burst at one point, but otherwise you were doing pretty good. And on Bucket, your turrets were in really good spots for the most part. One thing I would recommend, though, on this map and that generator, I would never, if I was against a Kraken, I would never camp that back wall, because the first time the Kraken came, did exactly what I would do, is you just lightning and bully them into the back wall, and there's nowhere they can go, and they can't get away from you. And so just be very careful. What I would do is I would actually have engaged, so if you're facing the relay to the right, there's usually like some reavers and some mammoth birds, and there's some areas with pillars they can kind of circle around that would have been able to keep you guys alive a lot longer, I think. And you could still shoot the monster off the relay and be close enough if need be. But otherwise, good job overall. I liked that you were with the final, like when it was just down to Lennox, I like that you were staying around where you guys were pistol shooting. I feel like that you could have easily have ended it there. If all of your shots were lined up and you had a couple more hits, you probably would have been able to finish it there before the last drop ship. But good job, really good job overall.
Do you have anything to say for me? About me?
With the Trapper?
Yeah, with a...
The biggest thing is just, especially against Kraken, like, Stasis Grenade's own Kraken, like, CC in general just wrecks the crap out of a Kraken. Like, that's, like, the reason why Kraken is not in first place for the best monster in the game, in my opinion, is 100% because Harpoons and Stasis just kill him really, really, really bad. And so anytime you see that the monster is focusing somewhere, if you can put the Stasis high up, like, either on a wall or on the top of a pillar, those are the best areas, because that will drag him out of the sky if he even just touches it. I can't stress enough how much Stasis just really, really, really wrecks a good Kraken. And then they, like, when they're being dragged down, that means they lose line of sight. Somebody's going to miss getting tumbled into a Banshee or a Lightning Strike. It really, really, really adds up. So definitely feel free to spam those a lot more. Yeah, they stick to walls. Also, if you throw it in the air at a Kraken, it will stick to where Kraken was, so it will actually stay in the air for a while. Or you can throw it past him, and like the arc itself would drag him down, which is really, really good. But yeah, definitely don't be afraid to throw a Stasis, fire once or twice with your shotgun, switch back to Stasis, or your dart, whichever. But yeah, just Stasis, throw those Pokeballs, because Kraken hates them so much.